Star Wars Squadrons has its first announced tournament, ran by professionals within the esports industry. Operation Ace takes place on October 10th. It will feature some of your favorite Star Wars content creators, including myself and the EcksCrew, and to be frank, it looks really goddamn impressive and needs our support. All of that and more on today's Star Wars Squadrons video. Star Wars Squadrons is just weeks away, and I really cannot wait to get my hands on the game. One thing we've talked a lot over here on EcksToo is how Star Wars Squadrons really lends itself well to the competitive scene. Having played the game personally, I can tell you that the skill gap between even mediocre and good players is extremely high, and of course we've discussed not only the fact that there will be a competitive scene, but also some of the strategies that you can use to get ahead in the game. I want to say, and I know Charlie will agree with me here, that there's nothing that I would like more for Star Wars Squadrons than for the game to develop a really strong competitive community. One thing people have mentioned is that, yeah, there are only 2 game modes and there are a limited number of maps. If the game manages to stay competitive, then the shifting meta and just the pure competitive aspect itself offer a lot of replayability, and we've seen that in everything from MOBAs to first-person shooters. Today, I want to tell you guys about the first Star Wars Squadrons tournament that I've heard of, Operation Ace. I'm excited to share with you guys news of Operation Ace, not only because I'm going to be participating in it and I think it's going to be amazing, but also because this is our first chance to show that the Star Wars Squadrons competitive community has a chance and to show that it can be successful. With that being said, let's talk about the tournament, talk about the rules and who will be playing, and maybe how Star Wars Squadrons can change itself in the future to make tournaments and competitive play a bit more viable. So let's get started. So Operation Ace already has a presence on Twitter and Twitch and are rapidly expanding in preparation for the tournament. I'm also a part of their private Discord server, and I've just got to say, I'm absolutely blown away by the level of professionalism that I've seen from the team. This is going to be a really awesome experience. So I spoke to one of the producers and this is what he said. All of the production crew for Operation Ace come from an esports background in some capacity. We've all worked on shows for clients like Blizzard, EA, Activision, PAX, and a bunch more, so we've got a lot of experience under our belts. Everyone is volunteering to put the event together purely for their love of Star Wars and their excitement for Star Wars Squadrons. And as I said, the professionalism and just the experience here really shines through. And you'll have to trust me with some of this because I don't think I can show you guys, for example, the full production schedules that they have, but take a look at some of the publicly available assets. It's all pretty cool. But let's talk about how all this will work, and there are some issues to work out here because Star Wars Squadrons, notably, at least right now, does not have a private matchmaking function. Now, this is something that we as a community can try to push for. I'll talk about this later in the video, but obviously the Operation Ace coordinators had to get around this. Ideally, a Squadrons tournament like this would just be, team versus team, Team EckhartsLadder versus Team Star Wars Explained. And these are real things, by the way. We'll talk about that in a moment, but because the private matchmaking feature isn't available, they've created a system of commendations. So if you've seen Friday Fortnite or other tournaments which take place, especially in Battle Royale games, you'll pretty much understand what's going on here. Instead of earning actual victories, players will earn points in the commendation system. So you've got commendations for the most kills and the most assists, the most damage done to capital ships, and more. It seems like right now it'll work in a sort of bracket system, so you'll have game 1 with 2 teams competing against each other in their own individual matches. We'll start off with quarterfinals all the way down to finals. Because there are 5 teams, it'll have to be some sort of round robin system, but just trust me when I say they've got it all worked out and it'll be really interesting. The tournament takes place on October 10th and should be about 5 hours long. It will feature teams captained by 5 of your favorite Star Wars content creators, including myself, Star Wars Explained, Bombastic, EckToo, and Battlefront Updates. Basically, each one of the content creators will put together a team of 5. Obviously, I want Corey and Charlie in my team, and others if they can get their schedule to work. I don't want to promise anything for anybody right now. but also let me know down in the comments who you would like to see on Team EckhartsLadder and what you'd like our team name to be as well. Anyway, aside from watching our individual streams, which I'm sure will all be linked and easy to find, you can also check out the official Operation Ace Twitch page, where they'll have the entire tournament streamed. They'll have commentators and on-air personalities, and it just looks really, really cool. I mean, this is so well done that they've even contacted sponsors who have signed up and provided prizes, tentatively at least, for the event. Now, I can't say anything right now, but there are some names that you will recognize tentatively involved with Operation Ace. Can't say anything more than that, but keep an eye on it because there's a lot of potential here in the Star Wars Squadrons competitive community, and that sort of brings me to my final point. This is exciting. This is really, really cool. I've never been involved in anything like this, and to be honest, when the tournaments are based on skill and not who's a content creator, I obviously won't be invited anymore. But there needs to be more of this, and we need to do everything we can to support projects like this, especially when there's been so much work thrown together, even at this relatively early stage. What's more, I think we as a community and as people buying Star Wars Squadrons need to make our voices heard. I understand why private matches aren't in the game at launch. I mean, this is already a budget title, but the potential here is huge. I think we need to do whatever we can to make noise and show EA that there is a real desire for private matches, and if private matches are added, that they will be used in ways that will help the game and the community. I asked if they would plan more of these tournaments, and this is what Operation Ace said. If the event is well received, we would definitely like to do more in the future. If the developers decide it's worth the time to add private matches, we would absolutely love to dig into the more competitive side of the game. So, private matches are important. Go to Reddit, go to the official Star Wars Squadrons Discord. Let people know that you really want private matches. In the meantime, let's help Operation Ace increase their online presence. I will link to all of their social media down in the description, and if you haven't already, obviously subscribe to EcksToo, because we'll be streaming this entire tournament, at least our perspective over here, and I think it'll be really fun to watch. But guys, that's all from me. Until next time, please be safe, have a good one, and may the Force be with you.